How's it going out there, folks? Yeah, I know it's been a minute since I've done a video on anything, but I actually thought about getting rid of my YouTube page because of all the censoring that was going on, but I figure why lose my fun, you know, over what they're doing. I'm keeping an eye on it. If it gets any worse than what it is right now, it may become necessary to do that, but we'll see how it goes. I don't believe in that. I think it's ridiculous. I know it's not, quote, official censoring, quote, because it's not governmental departments that are doing that, but it's censorship nonetheless. I don't give a rat's ass what anybody says. If you don't agree with me, hey, I understand that. That's what America's supposed to be about. But, you know, that's a freedom that we enjoy in this country, and anybody who tries to take that away, in my view, is dead wrong. But that's political. My page is not political. I just wanted to express to you why it's been a minute since I did a video. So, back out here with the 69 Cougar XR-7 and making some progress on the car. Doesn't really look like it, but the things that I've been doing have been very tedious and time consuming. And so, you know, it's been a minute. I meant to do a couple of videos earlier, but you know, I was in the middle of this and I didn't really feel like it was time to make a video, so now I am. So let's update you real quick. All the brakes are in and plumbed. The lines are all in. You can see the line running along the firewall there. All this is plumbed and functioning. It's got a line lock kit in it now. You can see that right there. B&M line lock kit. I thought I could get away with painting the top of the master cylinder cover, but as you can see, the first time I flipped that over, it scraped the paint right off of it. So I'm going to try and find a chrome one. I think will look better anyway. So the brakes are all done, which is a good thing. You know, them lines right there, them braided lines, it'd be easier to use the steel, just a standard steel line, but boy, them lines are bulletproof. You know, they're expensive, but they're bulletproof and a lot easier to maneuver. I started doing the electrical work on the engine compartment, and you can see I got everything in looms, which is going to look real nice. And then I got this mess down here. I got the MSD box mounted, ready to go, and the wires ready to connect. Getting ready to put the engine in this thing. Oh gosh, I'm hoping this weekend, maybe next weekend at the latest. To that end, I've redone the motor mounts, got them all cleaned up and repainted, sandblasted them. Got the starter solenoid, modulator, new battery in there, so it's ready to go. And you know, just trying to get things going. Got the wiring harness sticking through the firewall. That right there is the classic Auto Air aftermarket air conditioning system, which required a lot of time and a lot of thinking to get your way through it, but the instructions were pretty clear and it really wasn't that bad. I'll show you the interior part of it here in a minute, but I thought it was a pretty good application. It was a good unit to put in there, and it really wasn't terrible to put in. Now I've had to take some body plugs and plug where the old water heaters went through, but you know, unless you're really paying attention to that, you're really not going to see it. So this has got a cover. You can see the cover right there. It's got a plastic cover that goes over that and covers all that once I get everything hooked up and get the engine in the car and whatnot. So the engine compartment's ready to accept the engine and transmission. I'm pretty close. Got a couple little things to do yet, but it's close. Once again, the brake lines are all run and tucked like they should be. That was a pretty nice kit I bought for that application. Did a nice job. That's the windshield wiper motor. It's got to be cleaned up and repaired. Here's the dash for the car, the upper dash. It's a two-piece dash, a lower and an upper. Now, before I show you the interior, we've upgraded the instrument cluster Show you that right now. This is the original instrument cluster. There's nothing wrong with that cluster. It works perfectly fine. But that's the original XR-7, which is, you know, this wood grain stuff is pretty dated. And it just doesn't have any wow factor, you know. So what we've done here is we've purchased an aftermarket dash panel or dash cluster, and we're putting aftermarket gauges in, autometer, or I'm sorry, Marshalls. And as you can see, I think that does a lot. Don't mind this steering wheel, it's going bye-bye. But as you can see, that's the new dash panel with the upgraded gauges in them. These are all LED electronic gauges by Marshall. Everything's wired and working. And man, I really think it adds a lot to the interior of the car. I think it really upgrades it and brings it right up to date. So we're excited about that. I think it's an excellent upgrade. That would be my neighbor doing a burnout across the street in his Porsche. But here's the upper dash panel. And as you can see, I've got it ready to go in. In fact, I'm getting ready to do that here as soon as I finish a couple of things in the wiring inside the dash. By the way, the clock and a map light and all that stuff goes in here, and there's a panel that goes over this, Cougar XR-7 stamped on it. But this aftermarket dash also came with a blank out panel, as you can see right there, and we're definitely going to utilize that. And make that look nice in there. Oop, that wasn't good. Shucks. So yeah, that's the upgraded dash, and as you can see, it used to be a green a green color, and it's been dyed black. It looks great. Everything's ready to go. It's got the new vents from the classic Auto Air. Those are the stock vents, but you had to put a adapter on the back of it. Going inside the car here, I wanted to show you some things about the dash. Right there, you can see the classic Auto Air control panel and all the wiring associated with that. The new air ducts, as you can see right here, these are the new air ducts that go to that dash panel. But that's the lower dash. If you recall, that was all green, or that ugly blue color, and we've painted everything and redone everything with the dash. We upgraded the stereo system. Turn that on for you. And put an aftermarket bezel in there. I think that looks a whole lot better. That's the classic Auto Air control panel down there. I don't know if you can, I think you can still see that. Yeah, that's working. And as you can see, it looks really good. It's all wired in. So yeah, this is what I've been doing for the most part, is wiring this car. Now that wiring harness, the original wiring harness that's in the car, it had a plug on it that plugged in to the back of the dash and operated all the gauges and everything. But of course, we've run all these gauges individually, and we don't need that anymore, so we've been utilizing part of that. I sent that harness out to West Coast Classic Cougars, a guy named Richard out there, and he redid the entire wiring harness, so things ready to go. Oh, I just noticed my battery's real low. I thought I charged that. Anyway, I do want to say that the people at Classic Auto Air are great people. They're more than willing to help you through the process. The instructions are outstanding. You just need to take your time and work through it. But it's a great application. It's a great system. Well worth the money, I think. So it's all good. But yeah, all the wiring's done inside here. I got just a couple little connections to make, and I'm done. And then I can put the upper dash on it before it goes back to the body shop. So that's all done. I think it looks good. And I think it's going to make for a nice interior. You can see the steering column and all that's in there. I've been using the inside of the car for a paint booth, which works out really good. And then the last thing I'll show you is the gas tank. I got the gas tank in the car and it's all wired up, ready for sound, so no big deal there. So that's the update on the Cougar. I'm hoping to have this thing running and driving in about 2 weeks and get it back to the body shop. And we'll go from there. So, thanks for watching. That's basically the update. More to come later. America first, not second.